This is the Oecs Newslink, a roundup of major news happening across the Oecs today. In the headlines, the British Virgin Islands charts a new path for climate finance at COP30. Also at COP30, the Oecs Communications Unit premiered a documentary titled The Journey of SIDS to the International Court of Justice. The Oecs Commission marks International Children's Day by championing student voice and future-shaping initiatives. Good day, viewers, and thank you for joining us for this week's edition of the Oecs Newslink. I am your host, Jacques Kingston Compton. Let's take a closer look at the stories shaping the Oecs this week. The government of the British Virgin Islands hosted a series of high-level climate finance side events at the 30th Conference of the Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, also known as COP30. The event highlighted the territory's emerging model for innovative climate financing. Climate financing is funding used to support actions to address climate change. This would include funding initiatives in renewable energy or assisting communities build more climate-resilient infrastructure. The Virgin Islands climate financing model will initially support national resilience efforts in sectors such as agriculture, the environment, fisheries, tourism, human health, human settlements, water resources, energy, critical infrastructure, and many others. Head of the Oecs Environmental Sustainability Division, Chamberlain Emmanuel, emphasized the region's need to strengthen its clarity of purpose, capacity building through partnerships, and to deepen collaboration across member states.
And so we need to ensure that all of our member states, can be resilient to our vulnerabilities, but also leverage our opportunities. And so it's really as an Oecs, what is happening here at COP with the trust fund is really dear to our hearts, because we see through the innovation of the trust fund a vehicle for enabling our non-independent states to be able to bridge those barriers and to be able to achieve resilient prosperity together with the entire generation.
Climate envoy for the Premier and former Minister for Natural Resources and Labour of the Virgin Islands, Dr. Kendrick Pickering, stressed the importance of the territory's environment to its economy.
If you've been to the Virgin Islands, you know that our environment is basically our life. It is what we depend on, because if tourism is our breadbasket, 90% of the people who come to the British Islands come to enjoy our environment.
To view these two addresses, visit the Oecs YouTube page. COP30 took place in Belém, Brazil. During COP30, the Oecs Communications Unit premiered a short documentary titled The Journey of SIDS to the International Court of Justice. The documentary traces the region's leadership in shaping this momentous legal development. In the landmark advisory opinion delivered on July 23, 2025, the ICJ issued obligations of states regarding climate change. This determines that states now have legally binding duties under international law to protect the climate system, address loss and damage, and support vulnerable nations. Let us view a snippet of the documentary.
War in the East, war in the West.
Mr. President, members of the court, I appear before you to speak on behalf of the people of Antigua and Barbuda, a small island state on the front line of a global climate emergency.
It is my privilege to appear before you and an honor to do so on behalf of the Commonwealth of Dominica.
I greet you from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean.
And I have the honor to introduce the delegation of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
You have heard the impacts on my country, which are devastating.
To view the full documentary, please visit the Oecs YouTube channel. The Oecs Commission confirms its unwavering commitment to securing the rights, protection, and holistic well-being of every child across the region. This show of commitment was displayed to mark the occasion of International Children's Day. The Human and Social Division of the OECS Commission integrates critical safeguards and development initiatives which align with the principles enshrined with the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. During this time, the spotlight is also placed on the ongoing OECS Student Census on Education Transformation. The census gathers data on students' perceptions, challenges, and aspirations regarding curriculum, technology, and their overall learning achievement. The survey will gather this data from students in grade K to Form 5. To read the full story, please visit the press room of the OECS website. In our final story, the second call for proposals for Window 1 of the Regional MSME Matching Grants Program deadline has been extended to Friday, December 5, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. This gives MSMEs in the fisheries, marine tourism, and waste management sectors in Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines the opportunity to submit their applications for grants ranging from $5,000 to $25,000 to improve their blue economy businesses. And this brings us to the end of today's edition of the OECS Newslink. For more on these stories, visit our newsroom at www.oecs.int. Stay connected and follow us on social media and our website to keep up with the latest updates. I'm your host, Jacques Kingston Compton. Thanks for watching, and please join us next week for more news and highlights.